Let's go. Produce it, process it, distribute it. I go make the dough just to feed my own. I go do it.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Ghana Grows. In this edition, we'll be speaking to agricultural entrepreneurs in the Garden City, specifically Kumasi. We'll be seeing the exploits they're doing within the agricultural space. It's so exciting. As you know, Ghana Grows is brought to you by Mastercard Foundation and the Springboard Road Show Foundation. There's a lot to unpack and explore, so join me.
Let's go. Produce it, process it, distribute it. I go make the dough just to feed my own.
Hi, Zach.
Hello.
We finally made it here. How are you?
Yeah, you're welcome to Mush Farm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Finally. This is
Sure.
wonderful.
Sure.
So we're here at Offenso Old Town in the Ashanti region at Mush Farm to be specific. And I'm here with Zach, who runs this mushroom business. You're doing a great job, first of all.
Thank you very much.
Okay, all right. But what motivated you to go into the mushroom farming?
Yes, now a lot of people are becoming health conscious of what they eat. And when you go to hospital, the doctors advise us to reduce the consumption of meat. So we saw mushroom as an opportunity to replace the consumption of the meat. Yes, it can be either a complement or a supplement to meat and fish. Yeah, because the protein content in mushroom is as high as the one you get in meat.
So you were driven into this space because of health reasons?
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
What were you doing before you started mushroom farming?
I was in the university then.
Okay.
Yes, I was offering a program in accounting.
Okay,
Yet-
accounting.
Yes. Yes, I wanted to go into entrepreneurship
Okay.
whilst in school. So I was looking at a kind of business that will require low capital. Yes, and mushroom came the way.
Did you do research or somebody recommended it to you?
Okay, I did a research. By then, they were organizing the training on mushrooms at CSIR. So I went for training at CSIR, and from there, I've been in this business.
Did you have any inhibitions, or were you, not sure? Did you have doubts about whether or not to go into mushroom farming? Because we don't hear a lot about people going into mushroom farming, especially after they have completed university, having, acquired an accountancy degree,
Exactly.
right?
So during our study at the university, we did one course, entrepreneurship, and we were required to choose a project. And I happened to have known much about mushrooms then.
Okay.
So I chose mushroom as my project, and since then that was level 300. So I've been working on this since level 300. Yes, and it's one of the businesses, as I said, that requires limited capital or low capital to start up.
Right.
So
it requires limited capital to start, but do you make a lot of income from it?
Yes, so there are a lot of opportunities throughout the mushroom value chain that you can make a lot of money.
Right.
So with the composting, you can the revenue streams in the industry you can make from sales of compost bags.
Okay.
Yes, we'll show you throughout the process. So we can also sell of fresh mushrooms. People buy the fresh mushrooms, and now we have mushroom kebabs.
That's interesting. Is the demand that high?
Yes, we are not even able to meet the current demand
Really?
for fresh mushrooms. Exactly.
Seriously, they are unable to meet the demand for mushrooms. Let's talk about the compost, the process of composting it.
Okay. When we bring the sawdust from the sawmill, we have to weigh it to get the actual weight of the sawdust. So after getting the actual weight, there are proportions of our wheat bran, our agricultural lime that we have to add to the sawdust.
So everything is weighed?
Yeah, everything is measured, yes. So it's actually based on research.
Okay.
Yes, so when the wheat bran is in excess, there's some problems that you are likely to face.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Oh,
when
I
the
see.
oyster shells is in excess, there are some problems that you are likely to face.
Oh, okay.
So we have to weigh everything.
Okay.
So after weighing it, and then adding everything. We mix them together. We add our water. Then we allow it to compost.
Okay, so when you say compost, you mean for it to rot or
exactly,
decay?
decay over the 4 weeks period.
Okay.
It becomes, during the process when you are turning, you feel a lot of heat inside.
Okay.
That's through the process, yes.
All right.
So by the 4th week, everything becomes normal. The temperature becomes normal for you to be able to work with. Yes.
I see. And then what happens next?
So from there, we bag it into our special mushroom bags. And then after bagging everything, we have to sterilize the bags.
Okay.
So we put them on fire under controlled boiling water. And then we introduce our spawns. The spawn is like the mushroom seed, the mycelium.
Okay.
Yes, you can get some from crop research and other farmers that are, other labs that are doing mushroom
Are they
spawns.
expensive?
It's not that expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after spawning it, we put it at the incubation room for another 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh, wow.
For the mushroom bags to fully colonize. That is for the mycelium. You see, mushroom is a fungi.
Okay.
So it has to fully colonize the bag. So the brown bag you see.
When you say fully colonized, what exactly do you mean?
So you see, after bagging, the bag is brown.
Right.
Yes. So when the mushrooms, when you introduce the mushroom spawns onto the bags.
The seeds
onto the bags.
Right.
It will start growing on the mushroom bags.
Okay.
On the sawdust.
Okay.
So the colonizing is like growing on the bags.
Process.
The growth process.
All right.
So it will grow and turn the whole brown thing into white.
I see.
So it is the whitish substance that brings us the mushrooms.
Oh, I see.
So once it's white, everywhere you pick, mushrooms will grow from there.
Okay, I see. That's quite interesting. So from the colonization process, the growth process, what then happens?
So from there, we send it to our cropping house. The cropping house is where we harvest our mushrooms. So we cut the bags open, and then we'll be watering it morning and evening so that the place will be very cool. Once the place is cool, the mushroom is free to grow.
Okay.
Yes. So, but if the place is, the humidity, the moisture in the air is not that high, you'll be having a problem with your mushroom growth.
What problem is that?
Yes. The bags become dry.
Okay.
The surface becomes dry, so the mushroom is unable to come.
Okay.
But the surface should be wet so that the mushroom should easily come out when it's time to. The paint should easily come out. Yes.
What other challenges do you face?
Yes, so like I said, at the cropping room, we need a controlled environment. And over here, elsewhere, they have a climate control rooms that they grow their mushrooms. So they're able to regulate the amount of moisture in the room at each point in time. Okay. But we don't have that. We try to do it manually, try to water the ground, put sacks around the wall, water them so that the room becomes cool. That's one of the challenges. If we were to get a climate control room where we have our mushroom grow, we can have a constant supply. Okay. Because we can't regulate the atmosphere, the air in the atmosphere, the moisture in the atmosphere. Right. It also affects our yield. Okay. Yes, and that's one of the challenges that we face. And the other challenge is the spawns that I told you. Definitely you will get it, but maybe on time.
You don't get it on time. Of course, that will delay your production as well.
Delay your production process.
That's interesting.
Yes.
If you are to advise government about, on a policy direction in terms of mushroom farming, what would you tell them?
Mushroom is the new normal that we have to adapt.
I like that. It's the new normal that we have to adapt.
Yes, a lot of people are becoming health conscious. Okay. And there are a lot of kidney related diseases and all those things. And it has to come, they all come from what we eat and drink. Right. And what we eat, mushroom is one of the healthy options that we have to consider when eating. Yes, I have a lot of customers who have cooked meat. They are solely on mushrooms. Wow. Yes, and you have to consider investing in this industry. Elsewhere, they are making billions in revenue. India, for instance, they made over 10 billion from just mushrooms alone, export of mushrooms alone. Really? Exactly. India? So, India. 10 billion? 10 billion dollars. So it's a huge industry that we have to develop.
What would you say to young people, who are watching you and who are looking at your example. I mean, you're a clear example of somebody who's been successful in mushroom farming, something that many people might not even consider at first, but you've been successful at it. What would you tell them?
So I will advise my colleagues to consider any type of agri-related business. You see, it's good to start something of your own and grow it over time. If you are doing 10 now, have a plan on how to increase it to 15, to 20, 25 through the process before you realize you are already up there. So you can't be sitting idle and then expect things to happen. You have to get to the ground and then put your hand to work. And once you are working, there are a lot of support that will come through the process, like this opportunity that I've gotten. If I hadn't started anything, I'm not sure you'll be here.
Exactly.
Yes, it's because I'm doing something. Yes. So if they also start something on their own and grow it through the process, they will also get the support that they require.
Yes. Moving forward, where do you see yourself in the next, 5 to 10 years?
We want to replace, like I was saying earlier on, I happened to go to one shopping mall and I realized the mushrooms there are imported.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we have the capacity to, all the raw materials here to grow the mushrooms on our own. So within the next couple of years, if we can't even eliminate the importation of mushroom, we should reduce the importation of mushrooms into the country so that we can produce locally to meet our local demand and even get to export to other countries. And we also want to be a household name. We want to provide healthy products to our consumers and first-timers who want to take mushroom as their source of protein and other vitamins. So we want to promote the consumption of mushroom within the next couple of years. Before we know it, our market is huge, as you can imagine.
So Mush Farm in the next few years, 5 to 10 years, wants to become a household name and be the go-to for training of mushroom farming.
Exactly.
This is just absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Zach.
You're
doing a
welcome.
great job. You're doing a great job.
Welcome. You're welcome.
So there you have it, folks. I mean, if you didn't consider it before, mushroom farming is something you should be considering. It doesn't take much to start, and you can make a lot from it in just 3 years, just like how Zach did.
Let's go. Produce it, process it, distribute it. I go make the dough.
Already I can smell it. I mean, the smell is something else.
And then there they go.
Wow.
Yeah.
I see. This is amazing. You guys are doing a great job.
Thank you. Okay.
So this is the lovely mushroom kebab that you talked about.
Exactly.
It smells good already.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I close my eyes, I wouldn't know it's mushroom.
Mushrooms, exactly.
And it looks so colorful.
You have to taste and then you see the taste too.
The proof is in the eating. So let me taste and see.
Exactly.
You know why I'm laughing? Because you can't really tell the difference between meat kebab and mushroom kebab.
Exactly.
So if you haven't made up your mind about trying mushroom as a substitute for meat, maybe you should now, because this is delicious. Thank you so much, Cephas. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And we're so grateful that you're inspiring so many others in the agricultural space.
Exactly.
All right. As always, Ghana Grows Edwuma is brought to you by Mastercard Foundation in partnership with the Springboard Road Show Foundation. Until next time, it's bon appetit.